let's start with using, we call this the D cup. And so you understand what each size is. And when I refer to, this will be your D cup, your C cup, your your B cup, and the little one is going to be your A cup. So if I refer to a cup as we speak, you'll have an idea of which cup I am actually referring to. So as we begin, let's just start with the application of the cup. This cup was specifically designed with an outside rim and an inner rim. And that inner rim right here, or the second rim, is for where you place your fingers. So you want to place your fingers on the rim. And I'm just going to begin right up here on the large fold, which is called C7, on his spine. Pull this cup back. And can you see it go all the way back? I'm pulling it all the way in. That is the strongest cupping pressure that you can achieve. When cups are applied strongly, they will leave a cupping mark, which is accumulated stagnation in the body, toxins being brought up to the surface. So don't be afraid of it. Let your clients know that this can't happen, but let them know it's not to be worried about. That's strong cupping. If you take this cup and draw halfway in, is medium, and about a quarter of the way in is light cupping. Cupping is the strength that you're going to use as you begin your massage. You always massage with cups starting off light, go to medium, and then as strong if you need to. Light cupping is for children under the age of 7 and for elderly adults or people that have weakened immune system or health issues. Your medium cupping will be your go-to. It'll be what you're going to use on most of your clients, and it can cause a little pinketing of the skin, which is good. That is that blood being drawn to the surface is what you want to see. You'll also see and feel the skin warming up, which lets you know that they are getting good blood flow in and out of the area that you're working on. And strong cupping is, like I said before, is guaranteed to leave a mark, but it is used mostly in therapeutic sessions. So let us begin. We're going to start with strong cupping, and you want to start off with using no oil on your client. You draw it all the way back and in, place the cup in your side area, keep it lifted, push in with your body weight, and release. Set to okay, not too strong. And I'm just going to let that cup sit there for a moment. And if you grasp the top, which is you have a nice handle here, if you grasp this top, and keep your hand relaxed. Shift your weight backwards. And that's drawing up the fascia, drawing up the skin, loosening as it does this. And I'm going to twist that. And I'm just kind of seeing, see, it wasn't on that tight. Back on. Those things happen. Lift. And twist. As you're twisting this cup, it is working on trigger points along the side of the spine, known as the erectors. It's loosening, and it's also giving you an idea of how tense that back is, where the restrictions lie. So listen to your cups, because they're going to tell you what you can't see and maybe not feel with your own hands. Okay. Should I go on? All right. So when you release a cup, so now you know how to apply a cup. So let's move on. And before we begin with that, let's apply a little bit of oil to your client's back. And you want to make sure that you pick an oil that has really nice viscosity. And this viscosity has to do with how this oil glides, how your hands move. Because what you don't want is you don't want a cup stopping or dragging on your client's back. It doesn't feel good, and it will not provide you with the information that you need as well. I'm just going to wipe my hands and make sure that I wipe them really well, because I have a habit of not wiping my hands, and my cups fly up in all directions, and I'm out looking for a stray cup. So, we're going to begin with suction or release. It is a go-to every time you begin any type of procedure on your body. Suction release allows you to begin to loosen and soften the fascia. So, we're going to go ahead and create our suction. Take your fingers next to the rim of the cup, press down, and it'll release. Once again, suction, release. Suction, release. It goes very quickly, and as well as relaxing the area, it's also stimulating. So I'm just going to go up and down the back. So that is going to be suction and release. For those that have clients, professional massage therapists, it is recommended that you do not exceed 5 minutes when you apply your cups. So that is called stationary cupping. So if I would just let that cup sit on the back, I can leave that for 3 to 5 minutes. For those of you that are do-it-yourself, you're going to do this in your homes. If you want to leave that cup on for 15 minutes, feel free to do so. But professionals need to limit themselves to 3 to 5 minutes. And that's excluding naturopath to doctors of Chinese medicine. They have different guidelines imposed upon them. So that is suction and release. The next is going to be shaking. So let's say, and he has a great back, so it doesn't really apply, but let's say this area would be ischemic, and that's where the blood is diminished coming into an area. If I just shake that cup, it's enlivening in that area. It's really bringing in nice blood flow. And if you can see, it didn't take long for that area to turn nice and pink, and it feels warm to my hand. I can place my hand on both sides, and I can tell just about how much blood is being brought into that area. Okay, our next step is going to be an effleurage stroke. And when you move the cup, it is very important, and you're going in this direction. So what I want to do is I want to come in back on the cup, and I really can't get in back of the cup very easily, but I can anchor it on the side, begin to move my cup, and he's super tight right here. So I am going to loosen this cup up a little bit on my first pass, slide, and you notice I'm not pressing down. What you want to do is you want to lift, create space in that tissue, anchor behind, and move up. Let's take a little bit stronger this time. Make sure you anchor and provide a little bit of traction. Now, if I would not be providing that traction, it would be a completely different experience for the client. You can see him dragging, and it's harder to move. So make sure, I don't care if you're on the back, the arms, the face, very important on the face. Always anchor the tissue that you're working on. You can move this cup in multi-directional because underneath the surface of the skin, there is what's known as fascia. And we're not sure exactly how that fascia is lying, but what we do know is that it can bind up. And when they binds up, those are called adhesions underneath the skin. It can be caused by an accident. It can be caused by stress. It can be caused by repetitive motion. It can be caused by an accident that you may have. So you want to make sure that you're going in different directions to break up all of the fascia that is bound up underneath the skin. And as you leave, after you finish working on the back and you're happy with your results, the very last thing I want you to always make sure, whether you work on the back, the arms, the legs, everything has a dumping spot. You want to dump the lymph fluid that you release that is moving now into those drainage areas. So this is T7, which is the last part of your rib cage, up to the neck, everything gets brought over to the axillary or armpit area of the body. Okay. I know what your question is going to be. Well, what happens if I've had a mastectomy? What happens if I'm working with somebody that has had a mastectomy or a lymphoma, they've had lymph nodes removed under the arm? In that case, what you will do is you will bring that fluid across the body to the other opposite axillary area or armpit area. Okay, second question, I know. What happens if you have both breasts removed or both lymph nodes operated on? In that case, bring it up and over, and then when you turn that client over or you work the front of your body, then you can drain down in and down your body, down your sternum, into the abdomen, to the inguinal area, which is right near the pubic bone and where the leg joins. Okay? Okay, last but not least is just draining out. Make sure it's all drained out, and you're good to go.